there is a $5,000 penalty at minimum. This is a perfect opportunity to show you what it looks like in our table that contains passport information. So right over here is the ID for this column. Well, the reason that I'm doing this actually is that we just cleared out our database. We had about 1,000 users in it. We are adding some additional test users now and doing some additional testing. So this is 65square. This is actually the datingsquare, but the full social media system will look identical. So this is the first name that we got from the passport. This is the last name or the surname that we got from the passport. Obviously the date of birth. This is saying unknown, but it is the nationality, so the country that the passport was issued from. This is obviously the gender. This can be M, F, or X. We do start off when a record is created, it says U, but then that gets turned into an M, F, or X. So this is the passport number, and then this is the hash of the passport number. If there is a passport photo, the URL in our blob server will be saved right here, and that's going to be encrypted. So we will hash the number so we know and can identify a unique passport number. So obviously these are just test users. I would never be sharing this information with you if it was not test users. All of these are going to be kept private except for somebody's first name. So whatever is on someone's passport, then that will be visible inside the 65square system. The calculation of how old someone is will also be inside datingsquare. So you'll be able to see someone's age and then their gender. That is also something that is visible. The rest of this is not visible. Anybody that has access to this information, which is a very, very small amount of people inside our organization, they are consummate professionals, first of all, in managing and administering databases. They are also subject to a very, very stringent legal agreement. There is a $5,000 penalty at minimum, and the court could offer additional legal sanctions for a breach of your data in our system. This is part of the agreement that every single team member on our team has signed, that they have agreed to such sanctions if they are to breach the agreement. And in the agreement, it basically says that they need to make sure that everything is confidential. This is kind of a minimum, base minimum for us. We are very confident in our methods that, first of all, very limited access to people's data is, pretty much a guarantee. We have a safety guarantee, $100,000 safety guarantee. If you don't know about that, please go on our website, helpusdefend.com, and under the 65square pages, you'll be able to find more information about it. But not only that, we have people that care about, the only people that are on our team are people that care about wanting to make the internet a safer place. So keep that in mind whenever you're thinking about our system. The purpose of this video is not only to share with you this information and in the spirit of transparency, but also to just have people learn about how we're doing our processes, about how we're managing people's data. A person in the general public is not going to have access to this information like this. We want to build trust. And that is very important for us. We are a nonprofit building the world's healthiest socials and dating apps. So it's very important for us that we're building trust and that this kind of transparency is built in here. The only way that authorities or the government will ever have access to this data, if there's an incident in our system that precipitates the need for us to involve authorities, or if the authorities come to us and have a valid court order, you as a user of our system can be assured that Very little people will ever have access to your data, will ever see it, unless you share it with them. We have zero obligation to be sharing data with the government or authorities unless there is something criminal happening in our system. So don't do things that are criminal, and nobody will ever have access to your data, pretty much. Anyways, if you have questions about this, please let me know in the comment section, and we will try our best to get back to you. And thanks for watching, and Dating Square is coming soon. We're so excited.